Yes, good afternoon, students. This is Swati, your English teacher. So, we will be starting with something new today, something interesting, and we'll be finding it really interesting to learn. Yes. So, before starting, I hope you all are happy and healthy at your own particular places. So, what do you see according to you? What do you think? What is there in front of you in this image that is on the slide? What do you think it is? Yes. So, you must know this. You can write your responses in the comment section below. I'll be reading upon that. Yes. Yes, very good students. So this is a kite. We all know what a kite is. Yes, it flies in the sky. Yes, so we will be moving forward and looking at what we're going to learn about today. Yes, I'll just move myself a bit. So what we're going to learn today, what we are going to recite today is a poem that is The Kite, that is written by the poet of the poem is Henry Van. It is Henry Van. So what is the name of the poet? Henry Ben. That is, the poem is The Kite. So we'll be beginning with it. Yes. So if we look at this, we'll be learning about the poet. So he's American screenplay writer and children's author basically. Who he is? Henry Ben is a American is an American screenplay writer and he's children's author basically, screenwriter, translator, writer, children's writer, then United States of America. So these are the keywords which are associated with Henry Ben. Film, TV, stage, and radios because he's a screenwriter as well, and literature he is related to literature in that sense as well. So we can see the keywords that are associated with the writer, or we can say the poet basically, that is Henry Ben. And if we talk about, let me just, yes, so if we talk about the gender, which is male, and the birth date of the poet is 24th of September 1898 USA. So birth date and place is 24th September 1898 USA, and the death date will be 6th September 1973. So the death date of the poet is 6th September 1973. Greenwich, Fairfield Country, Connection. Yes, Connection. Yes, it is Connecticut. Yes, I was not able to see it. Connecticut. Yes, it is Fairfield Country, Connecticut. Then USA. Aged. He was aged 75 when he died. So he's a Libra. He had studied from Harvard University and Stanford University. Yes. So these are the details that are about the poet. So he's an American screenplay writer and children's author basically. He's associated with various tasks that he's done in literature and in also film, TV, stage and radio also. So his birth date is 24 September 1898 USA and death date is 6 September 1973 in Greenwich, Fairfield Country. Yes. So Harvard University and Stanford Universities are the places where he has started. So we'll be moving forward and learning more about it. Now there will be a situation where you need to elaborate on something. Yes. So which festival according to you is associated with kite flying? Yes, which festival is associated with kite flying? Do you know the name of the festival? I'll give you 5 to 10 seconds to think upon it. Yes. Yes, very good students. You are writing right that it is Pisakhi basically, which is associated with when basically crops are being harvested. So that is the festival which is associated with the kite flying. So share your kite flying experience with your peers. You can write your experience in the comment section below. Yes, yes, I'll be giving you 10 seconds for that. Yes, very good students. Yes, so it feels good. There's a struggle in the beginning when you try to fly the kite, but when it flies, it is so much fun. Yes, it's a fun activity, kite flying. Yes, there is type of freedom that is associated with it. Very good students. Yes, we'll be moving forward from here now. Yes. So you will be checking your understanding whether you were listening to me or not. So Henry Ben died on. Yes. So when did he die on? When did he died? Yeah, I'll give you 5 seconds to remember, to recall. Yes. Very good, students. You are right about it. So the death anniversary of Henry Ben is 6th September 1973. Yes. So it is 6th September 1973, the death anniversary of Henry Ben. You all are doing well. Yes. So I will recite the poem now, and you will be observing. Yes, I will just move myself. So, how bright on the blue it's a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only a sail. As over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls, when string goes slack, you wind it back and run until a new breeze blows, and its wings fill and up it goes. How bright on the blue it's a kite when it's new, but a regular thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. Yes, so this is the poem, that is Kite. So we'll be looking at different poetic devices that are there. You'll be trying to find the different poetic devices that are there, that are being discussed in this poem. Yes. Yes. How bright on the blue it's a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only a sail, as over tides of wind it rides, climbs to the crest of a gust and pulls, then seems to rest as wind falls. When string goes slack, you wind it back, and run until a new breeze blows, and its wings fill and up it goes. How bright on the blue it's a kite when it's new, but a regular thing you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. Yes. So by the time I did it twice, have you found any of the literary device that are there in this poem? Yes. Okay. So before that, do you see any rhyming scheme in the poem? Okay. So do you even know what a rhyming scheme is? If not, then we'll be discussing upon that. So a rhyming scheme is the pattern of sounds that repeats at the end of a line or stanza. Rhyme scheme can change line by line, stanza by stanza, or can continue throughout a poem. Poems with rhyme schemes are generally written in formal verse. So what does this say? That the pattern of sound that repeats at the end of a line or stanza that depicts the rhyming scheme of a poem. So we'll be looking at that whether this poem Kite will be is having a rhyming scheme or not. Yes, now we will be looking at that what is the rhyming scheme of the Kite poem. Yes? Yes, now are you able to do that? You will try to do that first, and you will be writing the rhyming scheme of this poem Kite in this comment section below. How bright on the blues is a kite when it's new. With a dive and a dip, it snaps its tail, then soars like a ship with only a sail. You can find the rhyming scheme that is there. Yes. Okay, if we keep A as the first blue, sound of blue, yes, and new as the same, yes, A, then there will be blue, new, then there will be dip, that will be B, the different sound is there. Then tail, that is the third thing, that is A, B, C, yes. Then we have the type, the sound of ship again, dip and ship. So this will be D, right? Is it correct according to you? Am I doing it correct? And sail is sounding similar to tail, right? So A, B, C, B, C. Yes. As over tides of wind it rides. So tides and rides, yes. Climb to the crest. Crest is different, so B will be there. Of a gust and pulse. Pulse will be C, right? Seems to rest. So rest will be B again. And as wind falls. So pulse and falls will be similar then again. Then we'll be having C. So this is the rhyming scheme of that is being followed in this poem, that is Kite. Do you agree with this that A, B, C, B, C is the rhyming scheme of the poem Kite? A, B, C and B, C is the rhyming scheme of the poem Kite. Kite. Yes. I hope this is clear to you now. Yes. So we have learnt about the rhyming scheme that is present in the poem. Yes. And I will be telling you the meaning of some of the difficult words that are there in the poem. But before that, you can write some of the words that you are finding difficult. I can discuss upon that as well. Yes. Yes. Snow. So there is dive with a dive and a dip. Dive is when something is yes. So dive is when you dive, right? So when you have to swim, you dive, right? Like this. So dive and a dip. It snaps its tail. So this is like this in this motion. The the tail of the kite is moving. Soars like a ship. So the voice that a ship is when the soaring, the voice that a ship makes when it is moving. Yes, you must have heard the voice because the voice also comes when the kite is flying, right? That khud voice. That is what soaring is all about. So, and the next is sail. So sail is when we are moving in a boat basically. When the boat was attached to the basically the bait, basically the holder that it was having to keep it in towards the basically the boundary of the water. But when it is sailing, it is then detached from that rope and it is now moving in the water. And the next is gust and pulse. So when we say gust, so gust is the strong, basically there is strong rush of wind that moves the kite in different directions, right? Then seems to rest, wind falls, string goes slack, you wind it back. So slack is when you are not doing your work. Basically, you are resting, you stop doing your work, you are wasting your time sometimes. So that is what slacking means. So when it the kite is sometimes not moving that much. So when there is wind, we wind it back. We are just doing this action with the hand to make it work again, right? So that is what slack means. So regular thing. So the regular thing basically means when something, because when we have flown the kite too much, then it is worn out, right? In the end, it is worn out. So that is what regular means. And if we talk about here as the, so basically we have discussed every word that is there. That soar is when we are flying high in the sky. That voice that is when the ship is moving. That makes soaring sound also. So if we talk about crest, yes, crest is also there. That means the top of something basically. Yes. We'll be moving forward now. We have discussed most of the words that were difficult. Yes, so we have these words in front of us now. So snap, source, crest, sail, gust, slack, rugged. So we have the meaning of these words. Snap means break when something breaks suddenly. Source means when something is flying high in the sky. Yes, crest means stop. Sail means when we move in a boat. Gust means a sudden rush or strong rush of wind, and slack means loosely hanging, while regular means to be worn out. Now you will be checking your understanding. You will create sentences from these four different words. First word is sentence. First word is crest, that is stop. You will be making a sentence out of it. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. Yes. So we can say that the crest of the hill is very far. The crest of the hill is very far, very far. So we can say the top of the hill is very far. So if we talk about the next word, that is gust. So you will be telling the meaning of this word. Very good students, you are doing well. So we can say a strong gust of wind opened the door. Yes, a strong gust of wind opened the door. Yes. If you talk about the next word, that is slack. You must not slack during the working hours. Yes, you must not slack during the working hours. So if you talk about the fourth word, that is regular. So what sentence you will be making from the regular? Yes, I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. So the answer to this will be the regular I grow, the better I feel. The regular I grow, the better I feel. Yes, so we will be moving forward now. You are also done well. Yes, you will be checking your understanding now. Yes, so the kite continued to soar in the sky till the end. If you remember, so if you remember that, we can see again after this that the kite continued to soar in the sky till the end. So to be sure, we'll be moving back and we'll be checking again. Yes. So there was, we can say the kite was looking bright and blue, bright in the blue sky. Yes. So they're saying that the kite is looking good when it is new and it is moving with this motion. Its tail is moving in this motion with a dive and a dip, and then it soars like a ship. So it is going towards the sky. He's flying high. The kite is flying high basically as over tides of wind it rides. So it is riding over the tides of the wind basically. So climb to the crest, climbs towards the top of a gust and pulls. When we are giving when there is a rush of wind, and we are also pulling it towards with this motion, then seems to rest as wind falls. So when there is no wind, the kite seems to rest. When string goes slack, so string got loosened up, then you wind it back. You are also winding it back like this. You wind it back and run until a new breeze blows. So until a new wind blows, there it will be doing this again and again, and it will fill. It swing will fill, and up it goes. Then after that wing is also again there, then it will be again in the sky. How bright on the blue is the sky when it's new. Yes, so it is again saying that the kite will be blue, bright and blue when it is new only. So, but a ruggeder thing you never will see. Ruggeder thing is that after some time it will be worn out. It won't be new if we keep on flying it again and again. So you never will see when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree. So it will be in the end it will be stuck on the top of a tree. So what was the question that was asked? The kite continued to soar in the sky till the end. So was it the case that it continued to soar in the sky till the end? Because when it flaps on a string in the top of a tree, in the end it got stuck on the top of a tree. So that makes this statement a false statement because the kite did not continue to soar in the sky till the end. So very good students, you have done well. So we'll do a quick recap of things. So the poet is explaining, Henry Ben is explaining about the kite, the freedom it feels when it is running over the tides of the wind, and how we are having fun while flying the kite. We are winding it up when the rope gets loosened up, and when the wind again comes, it again goes up towards the sky, and we keep moving it with the hand so that it will remain there. So the wind is also there that helps the kite to fly, but it will not remain like this all the time, because after certain time the kite will be worn out, right? And it will be stuck towards stuck on the top of a tree in there. So Henry when was born on, you will be giving the answer to these questions. Yes, so Henry was born on, I'll give you 5 seconds to answer that. So yes, so Henry was born on 24th September 1948. 24th September 1948. Yes. So what looks bright in the sky? What it was, what which was looking bright in the sky according to you? Yes. So very good, students. So it was sky. It was the kite basically which was looking bright in the sky. The meaning of crest and slack. I have just told you the meaning of these words. We have explored the meaning of these words. So the meaning of crest and slack, what it should be, you will be telling. Yes, so the meaning of the word crest is top basically, and slack is something that is loosely hanging, or we can say sometimes we use it for in other sense as well, that someone is not doing his job, so he is resting or wasting his time. So slack is that, or we can say we are loosening the grip basically sometimes. So what have you learned from the poem about the kite? You will be giving answer to this question. You will be writing your responses in the comment section below. I'll give you 10 seconds to do that. Yes, very good, students. So independence is there, the freedom is there because the kite is freely moving in the sky, right? But after some time, everything has an end. Yes. So it will be worn out. Yes, and it depends on the wind and the other factors that how we are handling it. So every situation is like that. So everything will come to an end in the end. So we should be positive about any situation because we should handle it properly, and towards the end everything will be okay, everything will pass on basically. Yes, so we'll be moving forward with this thought, and I'll be giving you some homework which you'll be doing. Yes, so what you will do is you will draw the picture of a kite hanging on the tree, and you will also list the things that can fly in the sky. List the things that can fly in the sky. Yes, and you'll also build a kite using craft paper. What you will do, you will build a kite using a craft paper. Yes, so these are the instructions, students. I hope the instructions are clear to you, and you must have I hope you have must have enjoyed the lesson. You have enjoyed the poem that we did today, that is the kite, written by Henry Ben. You must remember them, who was the poet of the poem basically. So we'll be coming again, we'll be meeting again in the next class, in next interesting class. Till then, if you have any queries regarding the lesson, regarding the words that we have discussed, you can mention them in the comment section below. We can discuss upon them. I'll be replying to those. If you have any suggestion, you can mention them as well. And we'll be ending the session here in a few seconds. You were a great support. So we'll be meeting again in the next class. For today, thank you.